So for the Caricature Bootcamp class, we go through many different iterations of live sketching. And I draw along with the class. So in this video, I'm not going to show you any of the student work, although I'll be posting some of that soon. Here are things I've done to go along with everybody else. This is the format that I call Hurricane. That is where in the center of the face, we're doing a kind of a direct line drawing, and then as you get further and further away from the center of the face, there's more action. Almost as if the gravitational force is pulling the lines further to the periphery. It's an exercise in action, almost violence. This is what I call S-curves. S-curves are where, in the actual Renaissance style of drawing in some cases, or even 19th century French, you'll see artists turning every line into a kind of a dancing line. So it forces the hand to create a kind of lyricism that I'm looking for. This is actually one of our excellent models, and her nose wasn't quite like that. It gave me an opportunity to play. This is something called meat. This is not the kind of art you show anybody. This is for yourself. Meat is where you're making a kind of a topographical map of the face. And you're really, with the side of your pencil or crayon, you're digging into the paper. You're actually feeling the volumes and the shapes and the weights of the different areas. So you come as close as you can with your drawing tool to actually feeling the face. When you have a sense of what that may be like, you become more acquainted. And the idea is to become more acquainted by the end of the session. So you do all these exercises, and I've got, better part of a dozen of these. And by the end, you really know that face. The face is sort of in your hand. That's kind of the goal of this. Not thinking so much, but feeling. Then we do these non-contiguous renderings of features, ears, eyes, noses. This is really something given to me by the great master line king Joe Ciardello, who warms up this way. And so I sometimes, and the class, all warm up by looking at the face and seeing the features, drawing the eye. Draw the eye many times. Draw them bigger, draw them smaller. Here's a big ear, here's a big nose, here's a smaller nose, okay? And also sometimes it makes an interesting composition. This is called direct line. And in this particular case, the model was visited by her kitty. So we draw the kitty. Kitty was a very good model, very cooperative. This is direct line. Direct line is where you draw one line, and then what's next to that, what's next to that, what's next to that, what's next to that. So you don't start in the periphery of the face, you're starting inside the face, and you're drawing out. And when we get to the end of the session and we do direct line drawings, we do many of them. And that's where caricature naturally flows, because each time you do a new iteration of it, you are actually finding variations. They come to you kind of by themselves. They come with the knowledge of the face and how you then do themes and variations. And in my case, they get more and more radical. This is really the way I come up with ideas for caricatures, is by drawing a lot and then seeing what happens. I say that it's having the angel arrive. The angel arrives when you are putting your time in. This is bleed through over here, but that's the actual pencil drawing, now done with the side of a very extended tip, now done with like a Sharpie. So these are all places the face goes, which is kind of an interesting experiment with a face that's kind of attractive, kind of a she was a very good looking woman, and kind of a challenge for me. because I'm used to drawing old men, disgusting old men. What else is in here? Here's a piece I never did for Greater Quiet. Putin riding a buffalo-headed Trump. I felt it was kind of hackneyed. How many more Trumps can you do? This is more Greater Quiet over here. This is a protester for voting rights. Jeff Bezos. I didn't do this for class. There's got to be more that I did for class. Oh, this is from last night, 2 nights ago. More non-contiguous. All right? Chardelloism. And boy, does that warm you up. Pretty good. This was a what I call a shadow hunt or values drawing. We're not drawing lines. We're just drawing areas of tone, because all we ever really see is light, right? So we're drawing the light, and we're thinking about how that impacts the face and what that really shows. Here's another variation on that. And you see, as you go further along, more exaggeration comes. Then we take a break for animals. This was a baby hippo. Isn't he cute? This is a direct line drawing. Again, what's next to that? What's next to that? Direct line. And direct line using a fountain pen. So I use, when I do these with the class, I use like everything that's lying here on my drawing table. This is a very soft pencil. Here's an even softer pencil. And here's the last one with a Sharpie. Yeah. It's fun, and you work so much and do so many pieces that you can't help but have the magic happen, or have the angel arrive. She doesn't come every night, but once in a while she arrives, and it's nice to meet her.